I get very defensive of the country because I live in the city now, but I'm becoming really defensive of the country, which I think is weird. That's taken me by surprise. Because you people in the city make fun of us. You do. It's annoying. You know, like there's this woman who lives on my street, her name's Amanda, and she thinks she's allowed to talk to me. And can you believe her? And she says weird stuff. Like she finds out weird things about me. Like I think she goes through my mail and she goes, "Oh, hey, Bron. I learned something about you. I learned that you're from the country." I'm like, "Where's this going, Amanda?" And she goes, "Can you just settle something for me? I've heard that people from the country are stupid." She said that to my face. I was like, I think that is a gross generalisation. Whatever, Amanda, I've got to go. Anyway, recently I went back to Wagga and she's spot on. It's not going well in Wagga Wagga. It is not going well in Wagga Wagga. Something's in the water. It's ice. I'm worried about Wagga Wagga. When I went there, I had to get my hair cut, so I just Googled hairdressers in Wagga Wagga. And the first one that came up, I clicked on it. I called the lady. I said, "Hello, I'd like to make an appointment for a trim." And the lady went, "Yeah." Yeah, trim. Yeah, good on you, love. I thought, this isn't going well. She said, "What time?" I said, "Any time, there's fuck all to do here." And she went, "Yes, last question, what do you mean by a trim?" I said, "A mild haircut." I've never had to describe a trim before. And she went, "Oh, no, love, no, we're not hairdressers, we're beauticians." I said, "Great, what the fuck did you think I needed trimmed?" Just a short back and sides, thanks, you know. When I was in Wagga Wagga last, I was so worried about it that I went onto their Facebook community page. If you're ever worried about a town or a suburb, just go onto their Facebook community page and just see if their concerns match yours. They will not. Okay, I went onto the Wagga Wagga Facebook community page and there were a bunch of posts there, all very interesting. But the one that stood out the most to me was by this bloke called Peter. Okay, and he put heaps of effort into this. Okay, spent a lot of time on it. He wanted everyone to read it. Okay, he decorated it. Okay, it had the sky blue background, had confetti coming down, had Comic Sans font. I was like, "Christ, Peter, we're listening. What is it?" And it was just a question. And the question was, "Can anyone work on the weekend?" To all of Wagga Wagga, okay? And there were 3 comments underneath. Obviously, I went for a deep dive. I wanted to see if anyone else could read. And the first comment was, "Where?" And I thought, that's a fair comment. That's actually a really fair question. Well done, Wagga Wagga. Second comment was, "Doing what?" And I was like, actually, that's also fair. Well done. That's 2 fair questions. They're very good. Can we get 3 for 3? The third comment, my personal favourite, was, "If that was your fucking dog barking on the weekend, I'm going to fucking kill you, cunt." What a beautiful little town. I do like going back to the country sometimes because we communicate differently there. In the city, we don't really talk to anyone unless you're that bitch Amanda on my street. But in the country, there's 2 ways to communicate, which is amazing. Okay, the first way is by nodding. Okay, each nod means something different. All right. If you ever go to Wagga, there's 4 nods you can use. Okay, I'll give you an example of them. All right, there's this first one. This one. That means hello. This one. That means sorry, I drove your ute into the dam. This next one means I'd like to root you. That's a romantic one. And this last one means I'm going to kill you. And you do not want to get those last two mixed up, okay? Could be the most aggressive root of your life. The other way to communicate if you're not a nodder is by talking heaps. So much, even when everyone's left the room, they're still talking. This is my mum and my aunties, okay? When I was in Wagga last, I went into the news agency there. The lady who worked there, didn't know her from a bar of soap, okay? Never met her in my life. But it was like she was waiting for me, okay? I walk in, I see this woman about 60 years old. I walk in and I went, hello. She went, hello, love, it's warm today, isn't it? Unusually warm. Never used to get this warm. When I was a kid, you used to be able to walk outside without your shoes on. I have to wear my Masua sandals everywhere I go. I got the tan ones these times with the bumps. I used to get the flat ones because I didn't like the little bumps. But I think you got to use them. I think they say that they're better for you. They used to be $30 from the chemist. Now you got to buy them online. They're like $70. But I think you got to look after your feet. You only get 2 in your lifetime. I actually made that up. I might write that down, actually. My mum would have hated this heat. God, she was a good woman. She's died, of course. She's died, yeah. I miss her every single day. Auntie Faye's never been the same since she's gone. You should have seen her at the funeral, a real mess. God, I felt embarrassed for her, actually. Uncle Martin, he's changed too a bit, but he's always been a bit weird, bit simple. I reckon Nan dropped him, but it would have been hard. Would have been hard to be a mum in those days. I didn't even have washing machines. I love my washing machine. I use my washing machine every single day. My husband doesn't know how to use it, never used it once in his life. Someone put a shotgun up to his head and said, turn on the washing machine, Philip. He wouldn't turn on, be dead actually. And at this point in my life, I don't think that's such a bad thing. On my wedding day, my mother said to me, are you sure you want to marry Philip? He's a bit of a dickhead. And I said, Mum, Auntie Margaret's got all tizzied up, I'll just marry the prick. And so I did, and I still regret it. Greg, who lives 4 doors down from me, God, he's a pest. He's always asking to use my washing machine. I said, no, Greg, do you know why you can't use it? Do you know why? Do you know why? Because you're a liar. And he's a liar. He's always been a liar. In primary school, he was a liar. And then in high school, he was a liar. Did you go to Wagga State High? Of course you went to Wagga State High. God, Miss Jennings, wasn't she a beautiful woman? Such a good teacher. I think there should be a gold statue of her down the main street. Anyway, I'll start a petition. Greg's asked me this, and I said, no, Greg, you're a liar. My friend Narelle in high school had a crush on him. I said, don't go there, Narelle. Don't go there. He's a liar. And she went there. She married him, had kids with him. Ugliest kids I've ever seen in my life. But I wouldn't say that to her, of course, because I'm shy.